voter, as the only official voter on this panel, absolutely. All right, look, it's a two-man race, and I go back and forth. 2.5, 3 weeks ago, I had LeBron. A week and a half ago, I had Embiid. Now I'm slightly more on LeBron. So those two are battling, and here's the edge for LeBron to me. Joel Embiid's missed 5 of their 25 games. He's on pace to play in an 82-game schedule, 65, 66 games. That's going to be too many to miss if LeBron keeps playing this well. LeBron's playing every game. He's leading the Lakers in, points, PER, assists, and he's like a half a rebound away from leading them over Anthony Davis. So LeBron is playing lights out. Right now, I'd say he's got the slight edge over Joel Embiid.
Well, I don't have a vote because Broussard told the NBA not to give me one, but I'm fair on this. Last year, I argued it should be Giannis, not LeBron. This year, right now, it is unquestionably LeBron, and the only person who's close is Embiid. Steph's team right now is the 8th seed. Giannis is essentially ineligible after winning it 2 years in a row, fair or not. Durant's missing time, and Durant's been unbelievable, but he's missed a lot of time, even though it's not his fault. Jokic has been extraordinary. His team's currently the 7th seed. It is LeBron right here with the only other person in the room, Joel Embiid. But LeBron right now, Brandon, should be the massive favorite.
Wow. Listen, this thing is wide open. Are we going to just gloss over Jokic? Really? Look at the last 5. First of all, Jokic started this season tormenting teams, averaging 27 points. But the last 5 games is the thing that we need to highlight. Like, he is stepping into his own right now. We're talking about 36 points per game. We're talking about almost 56% from 3. Come on, starting off the year tormenting teams, and then his last 5 games taking it to a whole nother level. So to me, it's wide open, but if it's anybody's MVP to lose, it's this young man's right here.
Okay.
Can I jump in, please?
I'm a little bit confused here. And Nick, I know you like to make statistical salad. I'll throw out some stats, and next thing you know, you make a beautiful salad out of it. So I will give you these stats for the MVP of if LeBron is the MVP. He is 13th in points between Kawhi and PG, or sandwiched between those. Last year, Giannis MVP, he was 4th in points. He's 7th in assists. Last year, he led the league in assists, didn't get MVP. Now he's 7th. He's got 0.2 of an assist more than Draymond. He's 24th in rebounds. Last year, Giannis won MVP. He was 4th in rebounds. He's shooting 40% from 3. Good for him. The game's evolving, and he's very old. So maybe it's a narrative MVP. But those are the stats.
No, it's not a narrative MVP.
Can you turn those stats, which don't sound like MVP stats, into a salad? Turn it into an MVP salad. I don't see it.
Yeah, he is the only guy in the league in the top 25, as you just listed, of all 3 categories, other than Luka and Jokic. Luka, his team is under 500, and you just gave it to me. You just said he was 24th in rebounds, and I went from there.
24th.
So those are your numbers, buddy. So okay. All right, so then get rid of rebounds. He's not there for rebounds. Okay. Just do points and assists. It's just Luka and Jokic ahead of him. Brandon is arguing for Jokic. I would argue, yeah, he's played great the last 5 games. They've also lost 3 in a row. But he's clearly the best player. They're clearly the best team. And his second best player is having a down year. That's not a narrative MVP, you doofus. That's the obvious MVP. Making me angry trying to use these numbers. The numbers, it's not. You know who's supposed to get the award for the most points per game? There is an award. It's called the scoring title. It's not called the MVP. My God.
And I'm going to say something I rarely say on this show. Nick is right, all right? LeBron is MVP right now. Brandon, come on. Nick said they've lost 3 straight games in Denver. They're 1 game over 500. You're not winning MVP 1 game over 500. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. Jokic shouldn't even in the conversation.
Left. We're talking about MVP. Who is having the best year right now?
We got to move on.
That's what MVP is about.
Guys, there is a rumor out there that the Clippers, Broussard's Clippers, could make a blockbuster trade to try to go get Kyle Lowry from the Raptors. This from the Bleacher Report. quote, the Clippers might have a cleaner path to landing Lowry. I think Toronto would want to send him west, but Masai is going to do a deal that brings back the best package. The Clippers might be able to provide both. Broussard, would trading for Lowry push your Clippers past the Lakers as favorites out west?
Well, there are issues here. They don't really have a first-round pick to give up that Toronto would probably want. They got to match the $30 million that Lowry makes in a trade. So you're talking about, I give up Lou Williams, who's having a down year, and Patrick Beverly, fine. But they probably have to throw in Ivica Zubac. They're a small team as it is, so you lose some size. But Lowry obviously has chemistry with Serge Ibaka, with Kawhi Leonard. They won the championship together. He could be that playmaker they need. And when playoff P struggles in the playoffs, as he's been wont to do, then you could have Lowry step up. So I don't know. I wouldn't go ahead of the Lakers yet, but it could make them better and bring them closer to the Lakers and make that series even greater than it's already going to be.
Nick. Hey, buddy, you should be nervous right now. There was a few questions concerning this team. Will they play? You know, this whole thing about load management. Well, they're playing every night. And then this whole thing, are they capable? Do they have the leadership? Well, coach is stepping in. Lou is doing a phenomenal job. Now you add this kid to this team, it's over. They were already the better team when you compare them to the Lakers. The bubble just did something to them. They were one of those teams that just didn't do well, didn't perform in the bubble. Now they are locked in, they're loaded, and you can potentially say this is the best team in the NBA. Now you say numbers don't matter and all of that, but when it comes down to pure basketball, I don't see how you guys have a chance when your number 2 guy, AD, is having his worst year. You should be nervous.
Okay, so listen, you haven't heard a lot of Clipper slander from me this year. You know why? Because this year they're really good. Unlike last year when they were just said to be good and never showed it at any point. If they added Kyle Lowry, they might be the best team in basketball. You know what would definitely make them the best team in basketball? If they added LeBron James. And they have the same chance of adding either guy. The hell is this Bleacher Report guy talking about? The best package? Hey, I can send you Patrick Beverly, Marcus Morris, Terrence Mann, and second-round picks. You know, another team. By the way, the team that actually should trade for Kyle Lowry is the Nets. Kyrie for Kyle Lowry straight up. That would make the Nets better as well, but nobody wants to have that conversation. The Clippers have no picks, and they don't have anyone to trade. It's not happening, but it'd be great for them. They should trade for Steph too, Jenna. Steph would definitely help them.
All right, speaking of
See
Steph,
if they can get him.
The latest topic of concern is Curry's playing time. Head coach Steve Kerr said after the loss on Monday, for me, for our organization, we're not throwing Steph out there for 40 minutes to chase wins. We got another game Tuesday. We want Steph to be playing at a high level for many years. So we're going to try to stay very disciplined and try to keep him at the 34 to 35-minute mark. Then, after their win last night, Kerr, having heard all the comments that everyone said this: I had heard so much from our fan base the last couple of days, Kevin Wildes included. I figured I should put Curry back in the game to keep them happy. Chris Broussard, what do you make of how Kerr is handling playing time for Steph Curry?
I love it. I think he's doing the right thing. Look, Steph is getting to show off and do his thing. Averaging 34 minutes in today's NBA is not abnormal, and they're not winning it this year. He knows it. Steph knows it. Yeah, they want to make the playoffs, but it's about the long game. Get Clay back next year. Get Wiseman more experience, you know, and stay healthy. And next year, make another run at a championship. Don't wear Steph out. He's got several years left, they hope, and that's why they're playing him 34 minutes a night. I totally agree.
Don't wear him out after the arduous season he had last year of 5 games played. Folks, it's not called chasing wins. It's called trying to make the playoffs, which kind of is the point here. And the Warriors, listen, I don't think they should play him 40 minutes a night. But if he has to this year play 36 minutes a night so they make the playoffs, that's worth it. And Steph can handle it, Brandon.
It's not worth it because the outcome is going to be that you lose. You get in and then you're out. after the first series. His words was misconstrued. What he wanted to say was, look, we are champions. We know what it takes, and we don't have it, Wiles. That's what happened here.
I agree. I think Steve Kerr was kind when he's like, look, I'm not going to Tom Thibodeau the guys and play him 45 minutes for a regular season win, but he's not going to throw Tom Thibodeau under the bus. Here's the other thing, though. Rather than counting Steph's minute, count the times he goes like this.
Figured I should put Curry back in the game to keep them happy. Chris Broussard, what do you make of how Kerr is handling